Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Tuesday, January 3rd, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in today's video, we're going over a recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about the injuries in play. It's a 3-game main slate overall tonight, and then going over to both DraftKings and FanDuel and talking about my core picks for today. At the time of this recording, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting logged back into FanDuel on my computer. So I might not be up on the screen by the time we get there. I do have it up on my phone, and I'll kind of go through it overall there though. But without further ado, we'll get started with a recap of yesterday's picks. At point guard, we had Alec Burks at $4,700. Looking for 24 points time, he got to 27.25, so he was a hit. At shooting guard, we went with Karis LeVert at $4,800. Looking for 24 points time, he got to 22.75. He was a mess, unfortunately. He was only 2 for 13 shooting from the field. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell had the very strong night last night with 71 real-life points. Kind of affected Karis LeVert a little bit overall, but his shot wasn't going in either way. And then at small forward, we went with Paul George at $8,600. Looking for 43 points time, got to 44.75, so he was a hit. At power forward, we went with Kevin Love at $4,700. Looking for 24 points time, got to 38.75, so he was a really good hit. If you still played Draymond Green in your lineup at either power forward or utility spot, he was a very strong play as well, as he got over 40 points last night and he was in our initial core. And then last but not least, at the center position, we had Jakob Poeltl at $5,800. Got to 25.75. Unfortunately, ended up being a miss. He played 20 minutes. This game was a blowout. So if he gets his normal 28 minutes, he is well over 30 points and definitely would have paid off overall, but just a little bit unfortunate yesterday. Not too bad of a day on the DraftKings side. We had a couple guys that were misses, but just slightly below that. If you got to some exposure to some other good plays, you still had a really good chance of cashing yesterday. Then on the FanDuel side, moved some of this around as the day moved along, but ended up with Kyrie Irving at point guard at $8,800. Looking for 44 points time, got to 41.6. Technically, he was a mess. He only played 29 minutes. That game was a blowout. If he plays the extra 5-6 minutes, he is well over that price tag, that threshold for points that we're trying to look for overall in the day. At shooting guard, we had Anthony Edwards at $9,200, looking for 46 points time, got to 48.5, so he was a hit. At small forward, stuck with Tim Hardaway Jr. at $5,600, looking for 28 points time, he got to 28.1, so he was a hit as well. At power forward, we had Jabari Smith, $5,000, was looking for 25, got to 26, so he was a hit. And then last but not least, we had Thomas Bryant at $6,000, looking for 30 points time, got to 41, so he was a really good hit as well. So 4 out of 5 on the FanDuel side. The one lone miss was Kyrie Irving yesterday, who was just a little bit below what we were looking for. But once again, if he had some other solid plays, he had a pretty good chance of cashing yesterday as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries and play for today's games. Once again, it is a 3-game main slate. We have 2 games starting right at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and then we have the lone game at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So a pretty simple slate overall. We're going to start off with the Washington Wizards, who have Bradley Beal, Daniel Gafford, and Taj Gibson. All this is questionable. Obviously, the biggest one's going to be Bradley Beal, since he is obviously the best player for this Wizards team overall. He affects a lot of usage and shots for the rest of the team. If he plays, you can play him. If he doesn't end up playing, he's going to make everybody else look pretty good overall. Then Daniel Gafford's going to be the other big one. He did roll his ankle, so we'll see if he plays tonight or not. And then for the Milwaukee Bucks, we have Chris Middleton out once again. Then we have Drew Holiday, George Hill, and Giannis all listed as probable to play tonight. So no major concerns there. Drew Holiday coming back is going to be a nice little benefit there. Obviously, Giannis sat out on Sunday. For the Boston Celtics, we got Danilo Gallinari out once again. Robert Williams is questionable to play due to his knee injury management. I do expect him to be out tonight, so Al Horford's going to look a little bit better overall. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're without Usheng Jang, Alexei Povashevsky, and Jerome Robinson Earl once again, so no real changes there. For the Sacramento Kings, both Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk are questionable tonight. If both these guys don't end up playing, Terrence Davis is going to be a pretty good play overall, but otherwise, if you get one of them playing and not the other one, you can still play them. If both end up in, then it's pretty standard Kings lineup overall. And then for the Utah Jazz, Colin Sexton is out tonight. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries in play for today. Obviously, everyone with the questionable tag is going to be the ones that we follow throughout the day. If any other injury updates do happen throughout the day, or if we get new news of injuries, I'll list it down in the comments as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my core picks over there. So we're going to start off at the point guard position. I got Drew Holiday at $8,100. Looking for 41 points out of him. Essentially what he's been averaging on the season. He is coming back from an illness. He had a little bit of an injury before that. Not too majorly concerned about that. Currently having projected for 41 points tonight. Then at shooting guard, we got Josh Giddey at $6,700. Looking for 33, 34 fantasy points down. He's been playing pretty well as of late. He's averaging about 35 on the season. Currently also have him projected for 35 points tonight. Then small forward, I'm going to go with Harrison Barnes at $4,900. He's pretty reasonably priced here. You're looking for 24, 25 on him. Essentially, he's been averaging so far in the season. Maybe a little bit of pace up spot tonight against the Jazz. Kevin Huerter doesn't play. Maybe there's a couple extra shots to go around. And usually he's a guy that benefits when somebody in the starting lineup ends up missing. So do like him quite a bit at this price tag. And then another pay down spot in Al Horford at power forward at $4,800. Looking for 24 points on him. He's averaging 25.5 essentially on the season. Currently, I'm projected for 25, 26 tonight. Obviously, he has a little bit more upside if Robert Williams was to miss tonight as well. Then last but not least, at that center position, we're going to go with Daniel Gafford at $4,300. He's been in that starting lineup as long as he's playing tonight with that ankle injury. Should be pretty good overall. The one thing that you kind of always have a little bit of concerns with him are kind of the foul trouble that he gets into from time to time. But he's been willing to stay out of that, and he's been playing pretty big minutes as of late, so don't really have any concerns there. We're looking for 21, 22 points out. I'm currently having projected for 24 fantasy points on DraftKings tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players, you'll have $21,200 remaining, just under $7,100 per player. So a little bit of room to pay up if you want to pay up for a stud like a Giannis, a Jason Tatum, a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So bonus if you really want to go there. I'm not going there personally, but that's me. If you want to pay up for somebody, you can definitely do it. If you want to build a little bit more balanced approach, you can definitely do that as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my core picks over there as well. So once again, it's not working for me for FanDuel on my computer. So I have my phone up in front of me. So we're going to go over the players that I do have here. FanDuel, the pricing is a lot more tight. So just keep that in mind as you're building lineups today. Hopefully some value does open up on the FanDuel side that allows us a little bit more flexibility overall though. But at point guard, I still have Drew Holiday is $8,300. We're looking for 41, 42 points out. He's averaging just over 39 so far on the season on the FanDuel side. Currently, I'm projected for 41 fantasy points tonight. Definitely has a little bit of upside for more, but he is coming off that illness. He's coming off a little bit of an injury as well. Maybe limited in just a little way, but I'm not too majorly concerned about his minutes limit tonight. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go with Pat Connaughton. He's $3,900, looking for 19, 20 points out. Currently, I'm projected at 19 tonight. Kind of a cheaper pay down option today. There's not a lot of great options available in that regard. Maybe, just maybe, if Bradley Beal doesn't play, we go to Corey Kispert in this case at $3,800, but he is at small forward. So could change our lineup around just a little bit, but Pat Connaughton is going to be the guy for me at this point in time when we're looking for a cheap pay down option. Then small forward, we're going Jaylen Brown. He's $9,200. We're looking for 46 fantasy points out. Currently, I'm projected for 45. He's had some pretty good upside in recent games. Going against the Oklahoma City Thunder should be an advantageous matchup as well. And then at power forward, I have Kelly Olynyk here. He's $6,000. We're looking for 30 points out. I got him projected for 28, 29 tonight. Pretty strong matchup tonight against the Sacramento Kings. He's been playing decent size minutes since his return from injury, although he missed 4 games. But he's been back for about 3 games now. Not really a minutes limit or anything there. We've seen him and Walker Kessler play alongside each other at times, so don't really have too many concerns there. He's probably a guy that's a little bit stronger GPP play in terms of upside than more of like a cash game play overall tonight. Then at center, it's probably the tightest position overall tonight, but I went with Daniel Gafford once again, $5,200. As long as he's playing, he looks pretty decent. Have him currently projected for 25 FanDuel points tonight. Has some upside for more as long as he's healthy enough to play in this game, if he's playing sizable minutes and he's staying out of foul trouble. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here on the FanDuel side, you have $27,400 remaining, just under $6,900 per player. So you're going to have to get a little bit more creative on the FanDuel side once again tonight. Maybe find some cheaper guys to play, maybe pay up for some other guys as well, or maybe just try a little bit more balanced approach overall. But with that being said, these are my core 5 picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel for today, January 3rd. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to list them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to note whether those questions are more DraftKings or FanDuel specific so I can best help you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's one from my core 5 picks on either site or whether it's a completely different player you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. And then, as always, I'll be listing all the injury updates throughout the day, as well as the starting lineups tonight. And then about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, I'll have my updated core posted as well, or if there's any changes that do happen to that core as the night moves along. But with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. Right now, primarily focused on NBA DFS. Got a little bit of NFL DFS going on for the final week. Mainly that will be on Patreon or WeBetATS.com for my weekly cheat sheets. So definitely be sure to check that out as a good point of reference as you're building lineups for the final regular season week of NFL DFS. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who is yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS Core Pick videos just like this Monday through Friday, as well as a little bit of NFL DFS content here and there. Probably going to do a little bit of NFL draft content as we get closer to the NFL draft as well. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.